Look at all these bluegill we just caught, guys. That's insane. I've never had so many fish in my hands at once. I think we got something that time. Yes, just what we're after, boys. I believe that's it. Nope, we got 2. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to attempt to microfish this drainage behind me in an attempt to save the fish that are stuck there. Now, recently there's been some development here in Texas where they're starting to build new apartments all in this area. Unfortunately, they decided to drain this pond for some reason, and all these fish, as you can see behind me, are now stuck in this tiny little stagnant pool right here. So there's one way to access it here. There's another little drainage over there. So we're gonna attempt to try to fish these guys out today, save them, and then relocate them at a new pond. I do have live wells. I have everything with me that we should need. So let's go ahead and get at it today and see if we can save some fish. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get at it. I'm gonna start with my smaller setup real quick. We'll start with the smallest little rig we got. I did bring a few nets with me. I have a cast net and then I have a big net. We're gonna have to try to be real subtle. The water's super clear, but thankfully we got a little bit of an overcast today that I'm gonna be able to work with. So that might work to my advantage. Either way, we're gonna try to save as many fish from this spot as we can. Both bluegill and bass are in here, warmouth, tons of different types of fish. So that's wild, guys. I haven't had one bump yet. Maybe they're not in this pocket. There's a good chance that they could have gotten moved down to that little spot over there since we've had some cold weather. And give it a few more casts and see what we can get going. All right, let's see if we get something on the new rig. Oh, there we go. It's a little tiny bluegill. That's what we're trying to get, guys. First little guy. That'll do, that'll do. What I'm gonna do real quick, since he's little, I'm gonna grab this bucket right here. We're gonna put him in this bucket, just like so, in the live bucket. And then I'm gonna come sit it right here in this little area of moving water. As you can see in there, guys, he's got plenty of space to swim. Let me show you where he's at. Where is he? Yeah, got plenty of space to swim around. He's got some fresh water moving right now. Leave it like that until we can catch another fish. Oh my goodness. And then I'll come put it over here in the deeper pocket. I could probably give it a minute after I fish it a little bit and then let it calm down. That was a bass we just had. That's a big bluegill. Yes, buddy. Yeah, you are. That's what we're after. Some good fish to save. Those are better size. I'm gonna put him down just for a second though, because I do see some bass. I'm gonna try to get another little sneak attack in. It's good to see that the bluegill are still healthy in here. That's another bluegill. All right, so we are doing it, guys. We are saving fish all of a sudden. That's 2 big boys we didn't have earlier that were hiding out. Let's get a few more dangles in. Seems like that's what we're gonna have to do. Just let them fight, bite, and rest. Look at that, another one. This is crazy, guys. I've caught literally a bluegill every single cast. Last cast. Come on, buddy. Woo! He released himself. Last cast over here. And I'm gonna go try to put these guys in a little bit of a live well or something. That's another bluegill, feels like. Yep. All right, I think we got enough bluegill. Yeah. Look at all these bluegill we just caught, guys. That's insane. Cast after cast after cast. I've got handfuls of bluegill. Calm down, buddy. I'm trying to help you all. I promise. I've never had so many fish in my hands at once. I don't know what to do. Just gotta get to the spot. Here, you guys hang out there for a second. Oh my goodness, all these minnow. Y'all are going in here. Don't worry. Don't worry, buddies. We're doing this to save y'all. I'm gonna grab a rope and throw it in the water. All right, that's what we're using. Dude, there's a school of bass. I'm talking like tons of fingerling size. I'll just put this right here. And I'll put this rock right there. That'll hold it. There we go. I mean, if it floats away, it's really... I mean, where's it going, guys? Right? I think it's time. Get the cast net out. Try to see what we can get going on the cast net. Oh man, my chest cam, I just realized wasn't recording, guys. I went and filled this thing up with some water after getting a nice long ear sunfish, and that happened right there. I'm not too sure what you guys missed on the little camera, but I got the big camera rolling over here. I'll show you guys what we're doing real quick. Maybe that'll get you up to speed. This thing right here is gonna be our live well. I'll show you right now. We got a nice long ear sunfish in there. Sort of looks like a crappie hybrid almost, man. Crazy looking fish. And then I'm gonna get this bucket in, and we'll take a look at what we have in here. I know we got one bass in here and a handful of sunfish, so I'm gonna go ahead and dump those in there real quick. My shoe is absolutely destroyed. Got the aerator, got the water. I'm gonna shut the top so that way these guys don't freak out. Let's get back to casting, man. I can't believe my camera wasn't recording chest mount. I got two good casts in, actually. There's a nice school of bass roaming through right now. Probably about 5 or 6 of them right there. So let's get this back over here. Gotta be careful, man. I'm stepping in everything from poo water to fire ants right now. Getting really hyped now that we're actually getting some fish. I guess I should have done this from the get-go, but you gotta try to catch them with a fishing pole before you catch them with a net, I feel like. All right, let's see if I can spot them. What I'm gonna try to do also is get this rope off the edge, because earlier I threw it and I stepped on the rope on accident. Seems like they're just gonna be somewhere in this deep pocket. I can't really see them right now, but that should be a money cast right there. I'm gonna let them swim into the net in case they are there, and then we're gonna give it a quick tug. I got something. Did we lose it? Oh, we lost it there at the end. I think it was a monster sunfish. I just want to try to make it well worth our attempt. Get as many of these fish over there as we can in our first attempt, because I don't know how long these guys are going to be here. I think we got something that time. Yes, just what we're after, boys. Little tiny bass that we can save. I believe that's it. Nope, we got two bass that time. Let's freaking go, boys. We are doing wonders right here. There are some big fish, and that's what I was trying to talk about, and we have not been getting any big fish, but as you can see, loads of little bass like this, and these are the future of our ecosystems here. And when these things die out, and unfortunately these fish die with them, we lose years of progress here in Texas. So I'm just trying to do what I can to sustain the ecosystem. I understand this is part of it, but this reconstruction over here is not something that these fish can adapt to and adjust to. Ton of guys going underneath the water, underneath the canal. So because they can't adapt and adjust to it, I feel like the least I can do is try to relocate him to have a new home. So let's get a few more casts in. I just saw a huge school go underneath me. I'm gonna try to get at that and see if we can save a few more fish and get going. I think I cast that too far. It feels like it's been a while since I've done this, but I haven't really lost anything, so that's fun. All right, here we go. Quick hook set. There we go. Whatever's in there, staying in there now. Another one of them long gear hybrids. This is what I mean, man. These fish we don't get here very often, so to catch these guys and put them in a pond that I can fish a little bit more often is definitely going to be fun and nice. Right there. Messed up. There is a big bass right there. Messed up. This is definitely a workout. No! Right onto a piece of rebar. Come walk this one off. I'll never get my net back if I don't. Don't want to, but we're gonna have to get a little wet today, Ryan. Oh well. It's worth saving these guys. That's for sure. All right, guys, I think we're really gonna have to call it after this. I've got enough mud on my leg, enough water on my other leg, enough fish slime on my hands, and now my back's sore. It's been a while since I've used a cast net, clearly. All right, that's gonna do it. I don't see any more fish in the last 2 casts. It's time to get going. All right, I hope that's good. See you guys at your new home. All right, guys, we've officially got the car loaded up right now. We're heading to our spot real quick where we can relocate these guys for their new home. I'm pretty excited. I want to take a look at everything that we got when we get there because I know we have a large assortment of fish, anything from those red ear sunfish to bass to bluegill to maybe some hybrids too. So I'm pretty stoked to just kind of go through that when we get there and just see what we caught and allow them to relocate in their new home nice and happily. So we'll see you guys when we get there. Let's see what we got in here, guys. I can already see the big long ear sunfish right here. Let's get him out real quick and show you guys. Oh, that's a little bluegill. All right, we'll get the little bluegill out real quick. One of our prettier guys. Let's get the big fish out real quick and see what type of big fish we have in here. Oh, there we go. There's a nice long ear. I'm trying to not make a bunch of commotion. Oh, there we go. This is the long ear I was talking about. As you can see, they got, woo, not even a long ear. It's a red ear. There's that nice red ear. There you go, guys. There's the red ears I was talking about. As you can see, they got that really definitive red marking right behind their ear. They look a little bit more like crappie as far as their pattern goes, and they can definitely be some fun fighters. A lot of people call them shell crackers up north, but over here we call them red ears or long ears. Here's the big one. That is the bigger one of the group. Look at these guys, man. Those are going to be some healthy fish in the future. All these bluegill right here that we're putting into will definitely grow up to be some nice fish. See you later, buddies, into your new home. All right, we got some of the bigger guys out of there. That was super cool. This is fun. I don't know what's so fun about it, but it is fun just knowing that like I'm helping out stuff that I love so much. There is that beautiful, this has got to be like a crappie hybrid. There's no way that that is just a long ear. Look how beautiful that fish is, guys. Absolutely amazing. Let's get that one in the water real quick. See you later, buddy. Ooh, this water is even colder here than at the last spot. I'm gonna run this through here. Let's see what we scoop up real quick. Oh, I just saw a bass jump. There we go. These are the guys we're after. Look at that tiny little long ear or red ear. I'm gonna save these two guys. I might have to help those grow up. No, the bass. Oh well, some more bluegill. Our bass friends are definitely the hardest to get out of here. These bluegill move nice and dandy. There's another bass, but as you can see in comparison to size, he is definitely bigger than the last one. He might not have a easy time making it either. A lot of these fish are going to be hit or miss, but at the end of the day, they're going to have a lot better chance here than they had at their last spot. There we go. Some nice fish. I bet you the neighbors are probably looking at me like, what the hell is this guy doing over there? Get these guys back in the water. This is probably the biggest bass, one of the biggest bass that we caught from our last spot. It's going to be an awesome fish to grow up here. Can't wait to see how all these guys grow up in the future. There's buddy. See ya. Whew, he's like, dude, this is cold water you're putting me in. I am nervous. As should all these fish be nervous, but at the end of the day, they're gonna have a lot better life here than with the last spot. That's like our 4th or 5th long ear, if I'm not mistaken. It is pretty wild, all the fish that we're pulling out. I didn't even realize that we had this many fish in here. A lot of sunfish, a lot of bluegill. And some of those, like this one, were from that fishing when we were actually using the rod and reel. And all these bass, man, they're pretty small. I didn't realize that they were all this small. That's kind of nerve-wracking. I don't know if these fish will survive here with all the catfish that we have here, so I might have to take them home and let them get a little bit bigger before we bring them back out. That is an absolute stud of a bluegill right there. That was a beautiful bluegill right there. Let's go. That one is definitely some sort of hybrid. You can see that marking right behind his ear too. All right, and last but not least, as far as bluegill go, I believe that's it. I don't see a lot more fish in here, so what I'm gonna do is start draining the water real quick and see if anything comes out. All right, so let me take a look at what we got left in here as far as little specimens go. This guy's not looking too good. You all right, buddy? He's not looking too good at all. Pretty nervous to release these guys. I'm tempted to raise them at least until they're the size of my hand. If I can get them at least, you know, this long and come bring them back here, I think that would be a lot better for them in the future. All right, guys, after going through our assortment, it looks like we had a nice selection of bluegill, those red ears, and probably about 4 bass if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna take these little guys home and put them in my tank and see if we can grow them to be at least palm size. If you guys think that this is a bad idea and I need to bring them back, definitely let me know in the comments below. I just feel like they would have a lot better chance to grow up to be bigger and stronger fish if we at least get them to be palm size versus just throwing them in there right there in fingerlings. Like I said, there are catfish in here, there are other bass, there are other bluegills, so to have fish that small go into a pond this big, it makes me a little bit nervous. I know it's kind of, you know, nature at itself, it's survival of the fittest, and they would have not survived at the last spot, but like I said, I'm trying to, you know, make these fish have the best chance that they can have when relocating them. So maybe we should take them home and relocate and rehab them for a little bit, then get them back here in the wild, or maybe I should just take them home for the night and then bring them right back. You guys let me know in the comments below what we should do. Either way, they're heading home with me right now, and we're gonna try to make sense of this when we get there. So we'll see you guys in just a bit. Alrighty guys, as you can see, we have our fish in their brand new homes. It's got a little bit of a murky look to it right now, but I just changed out the filter and that's why. But they have slowly established the last few hours. I've kind of left them in here for about 3 hours, walked away from the camera, and I've picked it back up just to take a look at everything. There are actually 2 bass. I thought I only had 1, and mistakenly I brought home an extra one. So we're definitely gonna have to get these guys back out there a little bit quicker than I thought. But for the meantime, they're pretty easy going. Look at it, he's just hanging out right there by my finger. In comparison to Fish Sticks, my bluegill, that guy wants nothing to do with me, which is kind of sad because I've helped bring him up and raise him and, you know, make him the man he is today, and he treats me like this. And these brand new little adopted fingerling sized bass have just treated me like I'm their father within a few minutes. I think that they know that I saved them, and I think that there is definitely some sort of emotional attachment. Look at this. He's just checking me out. But there's one back here, there's one over here. I kind of rearranged everything in the aquarium. You guys might not have seen the aquarium in a while. I actually have not done an update video because I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to. But we've gone with a bigger size of aquarium. This is, I believe, 30-gallon aquarium. We got a log in there, we got tons of rocks, tons of natural plants. I actually picked these up from a golf course and replanted them here. So we got tons of awesome stuff for them to live in and out of. Their habitat should be nice, the water temperature should be spot on, and now that we got the filtration clean, I'm just going to add a little bit of water, and these guys should have a nice home to grow up and live nice and healthy. So I'm going to try to feed them in the future. They probably will not eat now, so I can't really show you guys here, but we'll definitely do recaps in the future. But what I need from you guys is to help me figure out some names for these fish. We got 2 little bass in there, and we got 1 little red ear sunfish. So I definitely need you guys' helps in the comments below. What are we going to name everybody? And 2, when should we return them back to their original pond? Should we just kind of leave them in here for a month, leave them in here for a week? Should we wait till we get to a certain size, maybe like 6 to 10 inches? Let me know in the comments below what you think as far as name goes, and when should we return them back to their home. But in the meantime, guys, I'm gonna let these guys sit back, turn off the lights, and start editing this video so you guys can see it as quick as possible. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video as much as I did. I know I've never actually had a chance to save any fish, and that was awesome. I can't even tell you how many fish we saved because I haven't edited yet, but I know we saved easily over a dozen. Definitely a lot of bluegill, definitely a lot of red ear sunfish, and a few bass, which makes me super ecstatic because that spot, like I said, was one of my favorites, and unfortunately it's not going to be there anymore. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you want to see a part 2, maybe where we get out there and get the rest of the fish out of there, or maybe just go back and see what it looks like in the future, let me know in the comments below as well, and we'll also do an update during that time. But obviously, I'm going to try to bring you guys as many updates as I can about these guys because I know you are going to want to see them growing up as much as I am, and I'm sure you guys are going to want to see them eating and all that stuff too. So look forward to those videos in the future. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and we'll catch y'all in our next adventure. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.